Joining. Um, we are in the series of learning Go language, and in this tutorial or in this video, I am going to talk about scope roles. Basically, this is not covered in the other website, so I have um, used tutorialspoint.com go tutorial to go through or walk you through the scope rules for Go language programming. So let us see how scope how a variable and its scope applies, and this is very important when you are writing the program. You need to ensure that variables are declared in a proper state. Otherwise, whatever the values you are assigning to them may not be what you are expecting or intending, right? So it is very important. Understand it, and then okay. So let us start. So a scope in any programming is a region of the program where a defined variable can exist, and beyond that the variable cannot be accessed. That's what I told, right? It is a you can actually say that its presence or a variable presence, is available at on starting point as well as at the end point. Beyond that, you cannot access the variable. So that is the basic concept. So there are three types of scope we can consider. One is local variables, second is the global variables, and the third one is the in the definition of the function parameters. Okay, so a local variable will be inside a function or a block. When you declare a block also, that variable will be in that block. Earlier we discussed what is a block also, right? So it will be inside that, so we have to be careful while declaring the blocks also. And global variables, it will be outside of all the functions. Okay, I mean it is accessible in all the functions, so it will be the declaration and assignment can be outside of all the functions, but use will be in all the inside the functions, and it is common. And in the definition of function parameters, so variables you also declare in the input parameters, right? So the scope, also we need to see where is the scope of that particular arguments, function arguments, right? So let us find out where the local and global variables and what are formal parameters. So local variables, you see here we have declared where a, B, C as a variable names with the type integer. These are the local variables. So its scope remains inside these flower brackets. Okay, the scope remains in the flower brackets, not beyond. If you type it outside, if you use it outside, it will not work. See, we can actually check this in a live demo of tutorials.com. Okay, so you can also go through tutorials.com and then learn. Okay, so now you see we have declared variables here, and then we are using it. Okay, so three variables, and a equal to 10, we assigned two values, a and b, and c is the result of a plus b. As we discussed, plus is the operator, arithmetic operator. So a plus b, and then we have used a printf statement with the formatting. So percentage d is used to print the decimal value. So, and these are the three parameters, right? So let us execute it. So value of a is 10, b is 10, and c is 30. It is a plus b equal to 30. So the scope of this function remains in this flower brackets. Okay, so that is on the local scope. Let us see what are the other expressions. This is the so now global means, see, a, b inside the flower bracket, it is a local variables. If it is outside the function, it is a global variable. It can be accessed across all other functions. Okay, for example, even inside also, but if you create another function here, it will be accessible in that global scope also. See here we have declared a variable as a g and it is integer, and we have made g equal to a plus b, and the display is also same, a equal to 10, b equal to 20, and g equal to 30. So this is what we have done, a equal to 10, b equal to 20, and g, this is the global variable. So global variable equal to a plus arithmetic operator plus b. So that means we have printed, right? So this is how the global variable scope. So now if you create a same variable in the local scope, then local scope will take the precedence. Okay, so you have to remember this. So basically it is not recommended to have a global variable and a local variable common, but it is possible that you can have a local variable and global variable with the same name. So that precaution you need to take care. I will not recommend to have a common name in both global and local variables. So now let us actually discuss about the formal parameters. Formal parameters means whenever you are creating a function, right, they are all formal parameters or arguments, and you pass a b, and then those parameters are passed with the values, but the names, even if you create name, they are different, they are not same. Okay, and the return type is integer. So let us actually check this one. You see, in this we have one global variable which is a, and we have one more local variable which is again a, and b local variable, and c all are integer data types, and we are printing value of a in main. See, in main this is local scope. If you have declared with the same name, that means local will take precedence, and the corresponding 10 will be displayed here. And the sum of ab, sum is a function which we declared here with the a and b as formal arguments and return type as int, and we are printing a and b. Let us see, and we are returning. So sum of a and b, that means b is 20, a is 10, so it should display 30 here, right? So when we are calling inside this function, what will happen? Again, a is a formal parameter, it takes the precedence, and value of a inside sum is, it should be how much, whatever we passed 10, it will be 10, and let us execute this. You see, value of a is 10. So then we are calling the function, then this value of a, even though the global variable is a equal 20, since we have a formal argument that has taken precedence, so format printf we have added, and a is 10. Now b, what is the value of b? B is a local parameter of 20, but b is passed here, and that pass value is coming here, and b, and then b is displayed here, value of b, and the result is integer, and we are returning a plus b. A plus b means, you see, what is the value? 10 plus 20, 30. That is the value we are printing here, 30. So just remember global variable, local variable, and formal parameter, and then the respective scope. And my recommendation is don't use common variables across, either it is local or global, or formal. Okay, use a different arguments based on the description of that particular variable. Okay, so that is all about the scope in this tutorial. So whenever you are initializing global variable, uh, initial default values will be 0. Okay, this is what we understand. Okay, so that is about this video regarding the scope rules in Golang. uh, if you have any query, write in comment, like this video if you like that content what I've told, and share and subscribe for to encourage me to work on more such videos. Thank you.